Hi, it's Justin again with your mental health and addiction video. I try to help people who have mental health and addiction in combination because there's a special need for people who have addiction, who are addicted, who also deal with mental health issues. And I want to welcome you to my second video. I hope that this will just be one video that I don't have to make into two. Unlike last time, don't know if you can tell, but I reduced the quality. I don't really have a reliable way to upload videos or to make videos. I'm actually borrowing a phone and using a computer from the 90s. But anyway, I am going to be going over the drowning effect in a little bit more detail, dreams of using, and we'll talk about the homework too. And that's not all, but let's see, I'm still trying to figure out how to organize my YouTube channel to make it easier to find my videos, but I'm using a computer that's so old. It has XP on it, and I don't really have a reliable camera way to upload, so your patience is very much appreciated. I'm going to try my best to make this just one video, but it may not be possible, so check and see if there's more parts to episode 2. I have also had trouble figuring out how to link certain references as videos to my page or channel when I talk about certain things, such as educating videos on bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, and others. So please be patient while I figure that out. I'm also using just an old, what you just heard is an old government phone, your crappy government phone. It's not working very well either. But anyway, the topics today are the homework, legal alternatives, which some people feel are they disagree on it, but sometimes. But as someone who's been there, I'll just tell you how I feel about it, and you can make your decision. Dreaming of using, and feeling uncomfortable when you're in a new situation. And I'm just going to try to go over the drowning effect if there's time. So, legal alternatives are things that you can use that are natural, such as, I will say Kratom helped me get off of opiates. Great deal. And since I have chronic pain problems anyway, I do still take some Kratom. And then there's stuff like Kava, which is like a natural, it helps you go to sleep or relax. I guess some people have compared it to like benzodiazepines, but these are all natural things, and I don't believe there are, especially with the Kava, I don't believe there's like addictive qualities to it, as addictive at least. And I know on Kratom it's not as addictive as heroin or something like that, but it does work on the opiate receptors, and the thing is you can't really overdose on it at all because you'd throw it up, so it's pretty safe to use. Those are some of the alternatives. I will try to post a link to a Kratom information website where you can also place orders and learn about it, if I can. Those are legal alternatives. Although I do want everyone to know that I totally support however you view sobriety, and it's important that you know what that means for you, because some people truly need prescriptions or treatments of some kinds to avoid instability in their physical health or even their mental health. Some people have chronic pain problems, which I personally can relate to. I took opiates for many years, did heroin for many years, and if I had been in a car wreck, they wouldn't have been able to get me out of pain. I mean, there's other reasons not to use, such as overdosing, which I also did in the hospital. So legal alternatives are better than street drugs. Although if you can get away from anything at all, that's fine. But you got to decide what sobriety looks like to you. Are you still able to function? Are you able to take Kratom without saying, oh my God, I want to go home and take some Kratom? If you're taking it like that, it may not work for you. But if you can really manage it out, because you're not going to get so fucked up on it that you're going to be like, oh my God, it's not even getting fucked up. It helps with pain and with cognitive, like, clear thinking. I'm just trying to be real with y'all. It does help with pain. At first, there's a little bit of a euphoric effect, but it's not anything like an addictive quality to like an opiate pain medication. Anyway, I'm trying to make this quick so I don't have to do 2 videos. Those are legal alternatives. And I will try to post videos to that. I know one place is Coyote Kratom, KIODYKRATOM.com. There are some suppliers here locally in Colorado Springs that I use and I recommend. Dreams of using, those are very normal. I know they can be disturbing, but your brain is processing out some of that stuff. Maybe in the back of your brain you're thinking, oh, I'm probably wanting to use, we may be missing that feeling, but our logic tells us in our brain that we do not need to use. That is a primitive part of our brain that we need to overcome. It says, you need to use because my brain needs it. But you're telling yourself, no, my life will be better off. I'll be better off when I get through this. And it will. It may still be hard, but you're going to have all your faculties there, and you're going to be able to deal with shit instead of hiding it all behind the whatever drug your drug of choice is. It's okay to feel uncomfortable when you're sober. You're not used to it, so it may feel new, but stick with it. Post-acute withdrawal symptom is very real, but it gets better over time, and I will try to provide a link to a video about how post-acute withdrawal symptom or PAWS, P-A-W-S, works, and what it does to your brain, because people just don't really understand it. It makes more receptors for, like if you're taking opiates, for example, it'll make more receptors for your opiates, so that the more opiates you take, the more you're feeling more receptors, so it takes more of the drug to make you feel that certain way or get the same relief or whatever it may be. It's called, I guess it's in a way called titration, is a legal medical term, but it's also called, you have to take more to feel the same way. It's just how it's described. It's the way it works, and it's the way it changes your brain, because it really does change how your brain works. And when you no longer have that drug that's filling those, say, dopamine receptors that feel good, you've got all these dopamine receptors now, but you've just got a little bit of dopamine compared to what you used to have. It's not a little bit necessarily compared to most people, but most people may have that one receptor, whereas you've got 23 or however many you've got now. And some of those receptors are going to have to die off, and it takes time. But I'll try to post a video about PAWS. That's why it's uncomfortable a lot of times when you're first sober for the first year or so. It can be hard. It's not usually a year, but some people say it's 6 months, but I guess it depends on how long you've been using and how hard, especially, like I said, with opiates. I don't know as much about meth addiction. I was on meth a while back, but I didn't... I mean, I was on it, but I can't speak too much about that. It was a lot longer ago, and I've done a lot more drugs since then, and it's just easier for me to remember everything that I can tell you. So I'm never going to give you information that I'm not sure about. I'm going to give you information based on my knowledge and experience and anything I've learned, and if I'm unsure about it, I'll let you know. So as I was saying, it is okay to feel uncomfortable, like if you're going to a friend or a family's get-together. You're like, okay, I'm sober now. I'm going to go hang out with my friends and family. And then partway through or maybe after, you're just like, why wasn't that as fulfilling as it used to be? What's wrong with me? I love my family. You do love your family, but it's something that's going on with your brain, post-acute withdrawal symptoms. Now, homework, we're going to practice 1,000% honesty and keeping that up, actually, and seeing how honest you are with yourself and if you believe your own lies or embellishments. So, Communication was what that was. Mistakes and honesty was what that was. So the homework was for yourself and others who matter. Practice telling, no exaggerations, no white lies, embellishments, untruths, etc. And practice this for real life and see how often you're believing your own lies or even touting them again to other people as if they're the truth or fact. There's no reason to lie about most things. There's just not. Most people are pretty understanding. Even people with mental illness can be pretty understanding. I'm pretty understanding, although it doesn't seem to be understood by a lot of people, but I just want the truth. The truth will set you free. No, this ain't no freaking old-timey religious show. The truth is just, it's just respectful. So, I hope I've covered some of the things that I meant to cover today. I know this is a much shorter video. I apologize. There's apparently you think the world's coming to an end or something, so people are freaking out and driving crazy, and I've had much less time to dedicate to this page lately because I've had to be trying to get by myself. So if you want to make any donations to support this page, I would certainly help it. Appreciate it. It would definitely help. Ask me any questions you may have. Feel free. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try my best to organize this the best way that I can, but hit that subscribe button. It should be somewhere around here. It's red. Alright, thanks for watching. Be nice to one each other, love each other, and just try to get past any hurtful things, because especially with people with mental illness, the reaction can feel like it's the only way at the time, which is part of the drowning effect, which I kind of wanted to go over. But the drowning effect, like I said, is when someone is in so much distress that they could be your husband, your mother, your wife, your daughter, your spouse, whatever, brother, sister, however close you are. And if they, for some reason, mentally ill and in a situation where they're panicking so much that they're unable, not that they would even cross their mind at that moment to think about how ridiculous they may look if they are like screaming and panicking for help. Maybe you can't help that person for whatever reason, but don't ignore the person. Don't give them, a line of BS, because they know what that is. People know what that is. I mean, be honest. My arm doesn't reach. I'm sorry. I don't want to fall in. I'm sorry. But don't ignore them. Get them help somehow. Help them. If they're drowning, find help or help them somehow, if you can. But at the very least, stick with them. Stick by their side. Sometimes that's all a drowning person needs is to know they're not alone. Anyway, it's hard to explain that drowning effect, but I'm going to. It take me time, but I am going to get the drowning effect down, and I'm going to make it explained. I'm going to explain it very well as soon as I can. Again, I'm Justin. This is Mental Health and Addiction. On my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my videos and comment, ask me questions. Thank you very much.